Привет, shalom, salut tout le monde. I just wanted to make this quick video um, just to give you guys a tutorial on the Bible software that I use in case, just in case something happens. I want you guys to know how I kind of research the Bible, how I study the Bible, the tools that I use. Um, so the software that I use is called eSword, and the software is completely free. And if you go to e-sword.net, you could find the software. Just click the button here. If you've got a few bucks to donate, try to donate because the software is free, and you're going to see in a moment. Like, this is how I search the Bible, and it's really amazing software. I could never have done the research I've done or made the videos I've made without this software. So if you can donate, that would be great. So when you download it, you're going to come to, the program, and it should come with the King James Bible already installed, and then the King James Plus. And what you're going to notice is the Bible's going to show up here, all the books are going to show up on the left side, and then you can just click on whatever chapter or verse, whatever you want, and just kind of go through it. But when you click the King James Plus, what you're going to notice is all these little tiny um, like codes come here, and these are the strong concordance numbers. And so, for instance, if I wanted to look up a word, like the word earth, for example, right? We're gonna have the word eretz, right? And you're gonna have the number that it appears in numerical order based on the alphabet, the order of the words alphabetically in Hebrew. And so that's what this H is. It stands for Hebrew, and then what number it appears in the dictionary. Okay. And you're going to have all the different definitions for it come up. You're going to have the Hebrew spelling, you're going to have the English sounding of it, or the Hebrew sounding and how it's written, how we'd write it in English. And you can see that the word earth is very interesting because it means earth, it could mean field, it can mean ground, land, nation. There's a lot of different it could be the world, right? So when it says the world flooded, maybe it's not saying the world flooded. Maybe it's saying that the earth was flooded, the nation was flooded, the ground, the country was flooded here, okay? So there's lots of possibilities. It'll tell you how many times it shows up, and the King James Bible is Masoretic, right? So it's Hebrew Old Testament. It's the oldest Hebrew manuscript used to make the King James Bible, which is why this is such an important tool to have, okay? So let's look at another example, okay? The word day, okay? This is a very interesting word, yom. So again, you're going to have the concordance number, and this tab here, right? It'll pull up the dictionary, and you can actually just here scroll and look up. If you want to look up, you can just go through the dictionary right here, okay? So you can click, and the word will change. And anyway, so we're going to look at the word yom, and it's got multiple meanings, right? And I'm just going to show you very quickly how I search for things. So if I were to go to the search tab here, the search button, the binoculars here, you're going to have the search come up. And I'm not really interested in the word day. I'm interested in this number, in this concordance number, right? So I can look up the word day here, right? And all the places where it's translated as day is going to show up in a second. There's a lot of them. Okay, so Genesis 1:5, we have the word day, and we can just click on whatever we want, but I want to click on day. But I'm not interested in the word day. I want to see all the different translations for this word. So instead of typing day in here, I'm going to make sure it's on King James Plus. I'm going to paste the concordance number in here, and then it's going to search. It's not going to search the word day anymore. It's going to show me all the times the word yom appears in the Hebrew Bible. So now I can just go through this now. And so, for instance, if I were to go to, as an example, we can go to the Book of Kings. And where's a good example? Let me think here. So if we go to, okay, so here's a good one. In 1 Kings 9:3, we have the word yom, and it's translated as perpetually, okay? It's in 1 Kings 9:13, it's translated as day, and in 1 Kings 10:21, if you notice, It's plural here, right? In the days of Solomon. So day doesn't necessarily just mean day, right? In the days of Solomon, it's not one day. It's not a literal day. The word perpetual here is not one day. This word yom has multiple meanings, right? So that's how I would search this word. Okay, if I were to want to look up the word devil, you know, it's now going to take me to the New Testament. Devil is a Greek word. It's a Greek transliterated word. Okay, so now what's going to happen is you're going to notice here it's going to switch from H to G. So now it's going through the Greek Bible. It's going through the Greek dictionary. And we have the word diablos, right? And this is where the word devil comes from. Diabolos, devil, okay? It's transliterated. And again, I'm not interested really in the word devil. I want to see I want to see the concordance. No, I want to see the concordance number, and I want to see all the different possibilities for the word devil, right? So we can see here, like in First Timothy, that they didn't translate the word here as devil, nor did they do it here in Second Timothy 3 verse 3, because it's talking about how wives must conduct themselves, right? So in this passage, for instance, uh, they couldn't write women don't be devils, don't be Satan, don't be Lucifer, because it wouldn't make sense to you, right? So they translate the word where the word devil is a transliterated word. They just take the Greek word and insert it into the English language. And here you could see that devil, right? Satan is actually translated as false accuser, because in this passage it has nothing to do with the Dark Lord Sauron of the universe, okay? So this is how I search things. I use the concordance numbers. I use this software. And you can also, this is very important, okay? When you go to the download button, you could download pretty much any Bible, okay? And some you might have to pay for if there's copyright laws or something like this. But I highly recommend you download the ABP, the Apostolic Bible Polyglot, with the Strong's Concordance. And the reason you want to download this one, it's free. It's because it's the Greek Old Testament, right? So it's the Septuagint. So in our next video, we're going to be going over the King James, which uses the Hebrew Bible for the Old Testament. Now watch this. See, all these words are with the letter H for Hebrew, but now we're going to switch to the ABP, and when you download the Bibles, they're going to show up in these tabs here, so you can see all the Bibles that I have. And here's the ABP, and what do you notice? That Genesis is no longer using the Hebrew words, it's showing you the Greek translation, okay? So if we were to, like, for instance, click on the word day, it's not going to say yom, it's going to say hemera, okay? And now we have the Greek, all the Greek uses for this word and how it can, really change the whole meaning of the Bible. So this is how I search the Bible. This is how I do my research. I use this software. If you're worried about what Bible should I be reading from, what Bible should I buy, chances are you're going to find the Bibles here in the download section. You could download them free, and everything's free. Again, try to donate to them. Some you might have to pay for, though, okay? So in my tab, what you're going to notice is I'll have the ABP, because the Apostolic Bible is going to give me the Greek Old Testament. It's a very literal translation. It's really difficult to read. I also recommend getting the King James 1611. Notice there's a difference between the King James and the King James 1611, because they're not the same Bible. King James Onlyists, which we're going to talk about in the next video, King James Onlyists like to say they're reading from the original King James. They're not. If you notice here, all of a sudden the books change. You're going to notice these blue books, and what these are is they're Apocrypha, okay? These are the books that have been removed from the Bible. And yeah, some of these books are very Gnostic, okay, like the Book of Tobit, Book of Judith. I like the Book of Sirach. This is known as Ecclesiasticus. So this book actually has another name. First Maccabees. These are very important books because it's going to go over the Greek history. And so, yeah, the books from the original King James are not from the King James we use today, okay? So what I also recommend getting a Latin Bible. The Latin's really good. I really like Latin. It's a very beautiful language, and it's good to know what the Catholics believe in. So you can, you have to study what do the churches believe in. Um, if you're Eastern Orthodox, chances are you're reading a Septuagint translation. If you're Protestant or Catholic, right now you're probably reading a Masoretic King James foundation, right? So, anyways, that's all I wanted to share with you guys. This is how I do my searches. This is how I study the Bible. So I just want you guys to, understand how I do things, and so you guys can just kind of follow along, and hopefully this will help you as much as it's helped me. And you guys can also just kind of pick up, if anyone wants to copy what I'm doing, and pick up where I left off or something like this. This is a great tool to use. I hope this helps you with your Bible research, and I'm not sure exactly when I'll have the next videos done. It might be a week, it could be 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. I don't know. We'll see how things go. I just want it to be as perfect as it can be. Anyways, I thought I'd share that with you guys. I hope you're doing well, and I hope this helps.